This week on Us Weekly Style Files, we're breaking down what the stars wore this week, including this high-waisted bikini that Bethenny Frankel said resembled an adult diaper.
I love a high-waisted bathing suit. I wear them myself. I think, first of all, you should wear, if you love your bathing suit, then you love your bathing suit and just own it, wear it.
Then Olivia Culpo shades American Airlines after dress code drama. Plus, a look back at Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet's hottest red carpet moments before their recent split. We've got all that plus so much more on today's Us Weekly Style Files. Hey guys, Christina Garibaldi here with the always stylish and glamorous Gwen Flamberg, Us Weekly's beauty and style director. Hi Gwen, how are you?
Hey guys, how are you, Christina?
Oh, good. And we are so excited because this week we are joined by Abby Gardner, the host of We Have Notes Pop Culture Podcast. Now it was voted one of Vogue's top podcasts of 2021. Abby, welcome. We are so excited to have you here.
Hi, I'm so happy to be here. Thanks
Definitely.
for having me.
Of course. And everybody welcome, like I said, to another episode of Us Weekly Style Files, the show where we tackle the good, the bad, the sometimes wacky looks that all the stars are rocking right now. So let's get right into it and take a look at what the stars wore in this week's In Case You Missed It. I love this one. It's because it is not too often we get to see some male actors hitting the high fashion runway. But this week we got not one, but two. We had Jeff Goldblum and Kyle MacLachlan. They showed off their side hustle on the catwalk for the Prada fashion show in Milan. Now, one user commented, Jeff Goldblum's Prada walk is awkward, but hot older gentleman on the dance floor. Now, another person wrote, Jeff Goldblum closing the Prada menswear show is iconic. Someone wrote that Kyle MacLachlan opening the Prada menswear show is what I needed today. And that Kyle MacLachlan for Prada, that's it. That's the tweet. Now, the decision to cast the actors in the runway show wasn't a ploy to get fans' attention, even though it worked. Instead, it was a creative decision by the co-creative directors. They said in the show notes that they were taking theater and cinema as mirrors of reality for the fall-winter 2022 Prada men's show, and that actors are interpreters of reality employed to echo truth through their portrayals. What do we think about this? Kyle, he's 62. Jeff is 69. Thoughts, hit or miss? It's a hit for me. I don't know.
I mean, it's a major hit, but I'm going to go out there and say that it was to get attention, of course. Now, you know, older Hollywood on the runway is not new exactly. I mean, Versace, when Jennifer Lopez rewore that jungle dress, I mean, that about broke the interwebs. I remember like running down the hall in my heels. I was dying. But this is the first time that we've seen older dudes on the catwalk. And I think especially Kyle MacLachlan, who like Be Still My Twin Peaks heart. I thought it was super awesome. I thought it was super creative, and I am like totally here for it.
I love it. Abby, how about you?
I absolutely agree. I definitely agree that it was to get press, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's great. I thought they both looked amazing. The structure of the clothes was beautiful. And I'm a Twin Peaks head too. It was probably my first show that I got like super obsessed with the whole universe. So damn fine coffee. I think that their walks could use a little work, sure, but they look very, very handsome and they wore the clothes really well, which is the point. Though I will say, I wonder if a 62-year-old woman's walk would have been treated with such grace as maybe an awkward walk by a man was. But, you know, that's a larger issue. But I do think it's a huge win for Prada. And I think Mucha and Raf were really smart to put these gentlemen on the catwalk. And I loved the little flare with Jeff Goldblum with like the on the cuffs and at the bottom of the coat. And yeah, a huge win for me.
Huge win. I absolutely love it. All right, let's move on to Bethenny Frankel because she rocked a high-waisted little polka dot bikini and got ahead of any trolls who might have something to say about it because, you know, the trolls always come out. She said, I'm pretty sure the only person that likes this bathing suit on me is the person who sold it to me. Am I too old or too young to be wearing diapers? Hashtag worst dress. PS, I still like it. So what do we think? Is this a hit or a miss?
Abby, what are your thoughts?
Well, I love a high-waisted bathing suit. I wear them myself. I think, first of all, you should wear, if you love your bathing suit, then you love your bathing suit and just own it, wear it. I love a high-waisted suit. I do think there's a lot going on with Bethenny's whole ensemble, that there's I love mixing patterns too, but there's a lot of choices that were made because there's like the tie on the shoulders, there's the ruffle on the bottoms, there's the hat, there's a lot of jewelry. You know, I think there's a lot going on in this outfit that maybe isn't just about the high waist of the bathing suit, because I do think you can wear, she looks amazing. Her body looks amazing. You know, she can wear whatever kind of bathing suit she wants. I just think there's a lot happening with this particular one.
And if you read the fine print of the post, she kicked to the sunglasses, which are available on HSN, I believe, or QVC, I think HSN. So something tells me she's getting some affiliate dollars for those sunglasses, and she wore something a little outrageous that would get some attention so that she could go deeper into that. Now, in terms of the style of the bikini, I agree with you. I'm sort of into power clashing, not so much with a bikini, but her body looks amazing. She keeps kind of honking this horn about body positivity, even though, of course, like her body's incredible and gets better and better the older that she gets. I kind of liked that she was clearly trying to get clicks on the photo and trying to kick to the sunglasses, I think. And so I'm happy that she chose something that wasn't like crazy, super revealing. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, Bethenny's always got an angle, right? And again, nothing wrong with that, but she does. It's how she's made herself a huge success in television and off television. So I kind of miss her on Housewives.
Good marketer.
Totally. She is a smart businesswoman. She knows exactly what she's doing. And Abby, I agree with you. I miss her on Housewives too, but I don't know if she's going to be returning anytime soon.
RHONY could really use a little influx of Bethenny Frankel. That's my 2 cents on the non-style of it all.
I couldn't agree with you more. All right. Well, Emily Ratajkowski is rocking in the new year with a hair transformation. Now, the model debuted a chic set of wispy bangs, captioning it 2022. Now, of course, bangs are often very controversial. You either love them or you hate them. I feel like Emily Ratajkowski could wear a garbage bag and we would love it. So I think she looks fantastic. But what do we think? Have you ever? I feel like we've all tried bangs in our life, and you know, it's either like we said, we love them or we hate them. So what do you think about this?
Guys, the last time I had bangs, I was like 12 years old. I think it was like, I wanted to have bangs like people that I saw on TV. I actually think that it was Victoria Principal in Dallas. That was who I was trying to emulate at the time. And I've got long, thick, coarse, curly hair. So the bangs are tough for people who have like certain hair types. Not so much now. Like, I don't know if you guys are a fan of the wolf cut with those curly bangs, which kind of harken back to the days of when I had bangs, but I wasn't really brave enough to wear them curly. So I do feel like anybody can rock bangs. I think Emily Ratajkowski is a beautiful girl who would look amazing if she shaved her head. You know, I always used to say, like, if I had Emily Ratajkowski's body, I'd go to business meetings naked because why not?
Why not?
It's your best look. But, you know, people are going to follow her. So I just hope that women know that if they have curly hair like mine, they're not going to look like Emily Ratajkowski with her bangs, but everybody can wear bangs and love your own bangs.
I love it.
I agree. I have not had bangs. I also have curly hair. It is not as thick and lustrous as Gwen's, unfortunately, but it is long and curly. And I have not had bangs as an adult since like the aughts, and it's all coming back. So I don't know. Am I going to do bangs again? Who knows? But I also was always too afraid to do them curly, which I think would be interesting. I do think that everyone can wear bangs, but like be thoughtful about it. Like, are you really going to want to do your bangs? Again, your hair is not getting styled by a professional glam squad, probably, I'm guessing, every day. So like, is that something you're going to want to keep up with? And sometimes, you know, sometimes a celebrity literally throws on some bangs. So like, remember that they might not have even cut those bangs when you see a celebrity doing it. But I think just like, think about it, like really think about it, because it is a commitment. And at some point you will want to grow them out, and, you know, just make that decision wisely. But otherwise, I mean, if you're want to try bangs, like try bangs. It is hair. It does grow out.
And I think that is a great point, that you can go get one of those cute little bang extension pieces. They even sell them at Target, and and at Ulta, and then you can try on your bangs. Or, for someone like me who may not want to wear curly bangs, if I just want those straight bangs that never curl or flip up or look weird, clip them on in.
That's a good point.
Borrow the bangs.
Yes, borrow the bangs.
Borrow the bangs. I saw Bella Hadid with a big swoop bang the other day, and that I feel like that's going to start happening too. But again, clip them in if you want. Yeah. See how it goes.
Right. Yeah. Test it out first before you try it on, before you commit to it. Right. All right. Well, next up, we have style headlines that made the week. And this story got a lot of people talking. So Olivia Culpo was told to put on a blouse before stepping on to her American Airlines flight to Cabo San Lucas on Thursday. Now, she arrived at the gate wearing a black biker shorts and a sports bra that exposed her midriff. After Olivia was asked to change to something that showed less skin, her sister Aurora took to Instagram saying, "Look at her outfit. She looks cute. She looks appropriate. They call her up to the desk and tell her that she needs to put a blouse on. Otherwise, she can't get on the plane. Tell me that is not so effed up." Now, she then went to find another woman wearing a similar midriff bearing outfit saying she looks beautiful and they don't care, but she has to cover up. Now, to comply with the American Airlines request, Olivia ended up borrowing her boyfriend, Christian McCaffrey's sweatshirt before boarding. And a spokesperson for American Airlines did tell UsWeekly, "We have reached out to the passenger to understand her experience and are reviewing the matter." Well, Olivia took to social media to clap back by posting a photo of an extremely sexy dress that was tied together with nothing but a very few strings. And she captioned it, "Please use caution while using this overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight." Like I said, the story is getting a lot of people talking. I mean, what do we think about this outfit? Was it completely inappropriate? Did American Airlines really need to ask her to cover it up? I don't really feel like she was bothering anybody. It didn't seem like she was walking on with that dress, like almost naked.
Appropriateness aside, because I'm not super into policing what people wear.
Right.
I'm confused why one would want to wear that on a flight in general.
I thought the same thing. Yes.
I am not one for shorts or short skirt on a plane. Like my skin on the plane seat is not something I'm really looking for. And it can get a bit chilly. And I'm a person who runs hot, and even I can get cold on a plane. So I'm more like, what was the decision process going into that outfit separate from what, and I don't know exactly what American Airlines rules are, but that was more what I was thinking when I saw the outfit.
Yeah. That was like, that doesn't look comfortable for a couple hour flight to me.
I mean, I didn't know that airlines had dress codes other than that you actually had to be wearing a shirt. I don't know about you guys. In the before times, I used to travel a lot, and I have marveled at some of the things that I've seen waiting on the security line. I do think it's really interesting that the other woman was dressed with a bare midriff as well. And as you know, like, bare midriffs, crop tops are very in style at the moment. So I'm sure there are a lot of those at the airport. I would really like to know more about why they asked her to cover up, but let's just talk for a minute about the clapback, you guys, because on her Instagram, Olivia Culpo was wearing I guess it can be called a dress. It's really just a few pieces of fabric tied together, but similar to the Kendall Jenner's Minot outfit that she wore to Lauren Perez's wedding. I mean, evidently, wearing strips of cloth is now a trend. It's a thing. The dress that Olivia Culpo was wearing was by I Am Muse. So let me also just say that was a very expensive collaboration of strips of fabric. I don't know, it was probably around between $600 to $1,000, according to other pieces that I've seen on their website. Listen, great clapback. She has a beautiful body. In fact, I would say that Olivia Culpo is like the new Emily Ratajkowski to me. If I had that body, I might go to business meetings naked or wearing strips of clothing, but I'm not. And I certainly would never wear that on an airplane. So I don't know. The clapback was like, was it a zinger to American Airlines, or was it an opportunity for her to show off her beautiful body in a dress?
Yeah. Maybe a little both.
Multiple things can be true.
Right. Yes.
Hashtag facts.
Yes, totally. All right. Well, Gwen, let's get into what is in your beauty bag this week. Gwen, of course, is our style and beauty director and always has a sneak peek at what's the latest and hottest when it comes to celebrity beauty. So what is that one product that we have to get our hands on this week?
Guys, today we're talking fragrance. I'm obsessed with this new line of fragrances by The Maker. So The Maker is a little boutique hotel that's in Hudson, New York. And they just launched this line of fragrances. There are 6 fragrances, but this one is called Fire, and it's become my everyday signature scent. It's kind of a mix of spicy, sweet, sultry. It kind of like just, it smells like skin. It smells like it just smells like your sexy skin. I don't know how to even explain it, but it certainly is fire to me. And I think that everybody should definitely learn more about the Maker fragrances and find out which one is for them. Of course, each scent is inspired by moments at a hotel that everybody experiences in reality or like in their minds. That's the communication about the fragrances. And I just love scent so much. And I love this new line that's by The Maker, and the guys who started The Maker originally started Fresh Cosmetics. So I know them forever. I was so excited to try these scents. And guys, fire. Start one.
I love it. Sold. I love it.
I'm totally sold. Like sexy, sultry, spicy skin. I'm in.
Yeah, it just smells like your sexy skin, like after a great night. I don't know. You know, scent is so difficult for, I say I love it. I don't know if you would love the way that it smells, but I definitely think that you should try it, guys.
Sign me up. I love it. All right. Well, this is, we had some sad news, some sad couple news over this past week with Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet calling it quits. So we decided to do our red carpet rewind about some of their hottest red carpet moments. I know it's hard to believe that they called it quits after 16 years together. So we're not ready to say goodbye to their stellar style. And they were always very fashion coordinated. So let's take a look at their red carpet moment from the 2020 Globes. He wore a green velvet Tom Ford blazer and black Valentino pants. And upon entering the Golden Globes, he famously ditched his blazer to keep Lisa warm, and she tossed the coat on top of her botanical-inspired Fendi gown. I'm so sad about this one.
Before we get into the fashion, I just have to say that this one threw me for a loop because I thought that these two were so connected. And maybe, they're so connected that they can break up and still be so connected.
Yeah.
And I think that they're giving unconscious coupling a run for its money in terms of compassionate ways to split. In terms of their style, I mean, boho chic to the end. I think that he always was somebody that I was really interested in seeing on the red carpet because he never wore just like your standard issue tuxedo. I love this one, that green velvet, and of course, like how adorable that he gave her his jacket. But I also just think that like his hair is goals for man, woman, child, animal, anyone.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, listen, you put a very, very handsome man in velvet Tom Ford and I'm in, but then I think the two of them together, I mean, Lisa Bonet has been like boho goals to me since like the 80s. So her style is timeless and so uniquely her own, but she also can like work within the confines of like what is fashion at the time. And I think she's just like a mystical unicorn of being and does not age. But the two of them together, they felt like such a match, like soul match. It felt like they were the right people for each other in so many ways, but also sartorially, they really were able to be themselves, but be a unit at the same time with their clothing. And I think that's always really interesting to watch on the red carpet, to see two people so uniquely themselves, but also so together. And there's nothing sexier than like throwing a men's tuxedo blazer over a gown to me.
Totally.
Either.
Yes. And like you said, that he would never really wore the typical tuxedo. I mean, even at the 2019 Academy Awards, they kind of matched in this pretty in pink Fendi, which was one of my favorite looks. So they were always coordinated and, together. And he like literally worshiped the ground she walked on. So I'm just so surprised by this one.
They got the memo with the matching fashion always. And I don't know, maybe that's a lesson. It's kind of like people who get tattoos, their significant other's name. Like the matching fashion doesn't necessarily mean that all of their values are matching at every moment. I don't know. I agree with you, Abby, that they always seemed like such a soul match. And I hope they still are, even if they're not going to be together as a couple.
Totally.
Well, past history would indicate they will be. I mean, the whole way that Lenny Kravitz and Zoe and their whole like blended family has been, I think, a real model for a lot of people. And hopefully going forward, they're the same. You know, I can't imagine that it would be much different in this next phase.
I mean, I will never forget that Lenny Kravitz, when he cut off his dreadlocks, he went to Lisa to cut them, even though they weren't together anymore. And that's so significant. So I don't know. Let's hope it's.
I mean, listen, if Lenny and Lisa wanted to get back together, I would not be sad.
I'd be here for that.
I just want everyone to be happy. They all seem wonderful and lovely, and they're obviously beautiful.
Yes, so. One big blended, beautiful family. Well, Gwen and Abby, thank you so much for running down all things styles with me this week. Abby, please tell everyone where they can find your podcast.
Sure. This was so much fun. The podcast is called We Have Notes. It comes out on Thursdays. You can find it wherever you find podcasts, Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, Google. And I have a newsletter that comes out on Fridays that's free. It's wehavenotes.substack.com. It's just all pop culture stuff all the time.
I love it. Well, Abby, Gwen, thank you both so much. And be sure to tune into Us Weekly Style Files each and every week and keep commenting and keep subscribing. And we'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Thank you.